Nintendo shocked the world today. I would have never thought that I'd be saying that Nintendo almost could have caught up to the Xbox showcase today. Nintendo Direct went off, and it's insane because, and I tweeted this also, Nintendo did phenomenal today because they're understanding their audiences currently. The OGs that grew up with games when before any type of Dreamcast, Xbox, before the disc era of gaming consoles were straight cartridge. Nintendo is still reliving a lot of their classics. Now, people can be thinking that it's possibly nostalgia baiting or anything, but Nintendo is doing what Nintendo has always done and brought us back even more classics. I feel that they had a great balance of classics, revamping classics, reiterating classics, and everything. Starting off with possibly the biggest reveal, which is an absolute classic. Marvel vs. Capcom, the Fighting Collection arcade hits, the classics, and they did amazing with this. Nintendo Switch is always going to be known, of course, as not being the most graphically inclined console or handheld console, if you want to deem it a predominant console. But we all know, right, what happened with Pokemon in recent times. But you know, the Zelda games were really good. And speaking of all that, when you see this classic collection release, Nintendo just gives back to their fans, and this is huge for all video game fans, for Marvel fans. They're gonna break down a lot of the lore, and Marvel has updated everything now just due to the release of this collection, which could possibly be releasing into a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. They have it all over the website. They have lore going down now, brand new artwork. They're gonna have updates and online gameplay. Like, you can do a lot of fun stuff with your community. This is huge because there's a lot of people that never even understood this era, especially people like me that are old as dirt. We are from the arcade era, so the arcade era, this game was always there. This is not just huge for fighting game fans. I have a fighting game channel dedicated to just fighting games. For us today, is just gamers in totality. This is great for audiences across the board. This game is so freaking good. Up until Marvel vs. Capcom 3, of course, like it's been a while since we've seen something like this, and damn, I could not be any more excited. Nintendo is doing exactly what Nintendo does. They're delivering to their crowd, from Donkey Kong Country, Mario and Luigi, Dragon Quest, Metal Slug, classics. They have the classic N64 package also, which had like Perfect Dark and Turok. Then they have Zelda, with actually Zelda leading the game, right? Has that even ever happened before? You know, it's called The Legend of Zelda, and I believe it's the first time Zelda actually leads the show, unless somebody else can let me know what's going down. I've always loved that component of Sheik Zelda because it's like Super Smash Bros, right? We never really get the lore behind the essential of this character and what Zelda can actually do. So it is cool to see that. Hopefully they show a lot of the alter ego essential, of course, and everything like that. I think that that's going to be next level for sure. And then Mario Party, of course, Mario Party going off. And I feel that these are all games. Once again, Luigi's Mansion was shown, and there's a couple of other games that I'm leaving out that were like phenomenal. And these are all because Switch they did the right thing this showcase. In my opinion, it's the Xbox showcase, then it's Switch, then it's the Summer Game Fest, then it's the PlayStation State of Play. A lot of people don't want to count the State of Play because they don't want to deem it an actual showcase. So that's kind of just up to you all, that y'all kind of argue about that. I'm going to just leave it at last place. I'm going to count it because they all came around, like released the same kind of summer time frame. Nintendo was phenomenal. I think what they just went back to the beat 'em up classics. They went back to giving us arcade collection packs. There has to be multitudes of collection packs. These games that are constantly shown are really good. I didn't even mention Metroid Prime 4 also, by the way. Metroid Prime 4 like is possibly the best graphics I've ever seen on a Nintendo game, possibly in my life. Y'all can let me know what tops that also. I didn't even talk about Metroid Prime 4, but let's go back to the collections first before I talk about Metroid Prime 4. The classics are love for people that are OG boomers like us that played these games back in the 90s, but are rejuvenating them, giving them the exact replicas of classics with these arcade packs, letting younger folks know like, yo, this was real gaming. Look how long these games last, 30 and 40 years, where people are still really like stating their emotions like, yo, we want these games, give us these games. Xbox executed on that, giving a lot of classics back where people were just screaming for certain titles. Nintendo's now doing it. Hey, y'all want these titles? All right, here you go. This is smart to do because while even like in movies and stuff, people always want certain movies and certain shows because It's just what was good versus what's being produced today. And it's not a bad thing. It's utilize the actual fundamental. Sometimes people love the simplicity of it, just the actual foundation of these games, and just remake them, right? There's another Luigi's Mansion coming out. That's beautiful. Donkey Kong Country. This was a 90s game on SNES, Super Nintendo, made again. The Mario and Luigi sequence, like there's another one, right? We all remember these from a long time ago, and Mario always continues to be Mario, obviously the face of Nintendo, but the arcade classic still blows my mind because these are games that you can't really grasp onto anymore, can't purchase. You have to purchase physical disc, and I wish games like Mortal Kombat would do this, other games that we're very fond of. So it's cool that we got a Marvel vs. Capcom collection with the classic beat 'em up, like how we know Turtles in Time, right? There's Shredder's Revenge on like Xbox Game Pass, and a lot of people see these beat 'em up games, and those were old school back then. So it's cool to see like their variation bringing on those classics, and the 64 classic bringing us Perfect Dark, Turok, and others. Like, so cool. Nintendo is just delivering, and when you recognize that Nintendo's audience is either a bunch of old people like us or a brand new audience, it's only right that Nintendo does this every like 7 to 10 years, like reintroduce themselves and bring more arcade packs, bring more everything, because you're always going to constantly get newer and newer audiences, people that are born into eras where they never even saw this stuff. These games are legendary, so legendary, and it's so cool because people that actually have platforms these days are really vouching for a lot of these classics, and they're starting to listen now. At least Xbox and Nintendo did it the best this time around. They are listening to audiences where they're pleading for these, like, yo, we need these games, we need this game, we need this game out, and they're kind of just, all right, cool, y'all wanted the exact fundamental type of game, here you go. And that's beautiful. And a lot of the reasonings why, because devs are starting to recognize that people are making mods of these games, they're making everything, and they're like, damn it, we might as well make the official license of it, get paid for it, because people are still gonna buy it. Like, I think devs were worried about maybe the same thing or nostalgia baiting, but no, it's we want this. And so them working on some type of netcode and online gameplay is gonna be sick. It's so exciting for what they have done, and you got to give a huge shout out to Nintendo for recognizing they have a new audience coming in. They got a brand new, the biggest Mario Party of all coming around, and then they remake a revamp and make a sequel to like, or what is it, like the third one I think, to Donkey Kong Country. It's like, damn, and we had just got like Super Mario Wonder and all that stuff just in recent times. So all these games are continuously bringing back the chemical that what makes these games, and that's where games flourish, in my opinion. The simplicity doesn't mean the game has to be easy, just the simplified concepts of the games that we all recognize. If you're a platformer game, then and you got known for that, stick to it. That's what we love. We'll continuously, trust us as gamers, just off of the brand identity and the trust alone for staying loyal. We will purchase and support the game. If you're staying communicative to us, we're gonna support the game. So I don't know why like devs would want to go any other route. So Nintendo goes back to a lot of roots and also takes it to another level. These games by far are so cool, and I never thought I was gonna say a Nintendo Direct showcase was gonna be like through the roof. It was insane, man. I was like, yo, this is cool. Oh, this is another one that's cool. And they actually showed the Marvel vs. Capcom and Mario Party back to back. I think those are the ones that finished off the show. Oh, Metroid Prime 4. So I think they went Marvel vs. Capcom, Mario Party, and I think Metroid Prime 4. I think that's how they closed out the showcase. Y'all can correct me on that, but man, by far one of the coolest showcases. I love that they went to a lot of classic routes. Keep giving us collection packs, all the Nintendo ones, man. Nintendo is known for that. I beg for these so much because I hate playing my Nintendo Switch, and it's just like, I get the new game type movement, I get a lot of the RPGs, but we also just want classic collection packs. Give us the reason why Nintendo still has a name to this day, and give us why Mario is still monumental to this day. Donkey Kong is still monumental. Everyone that you're bringing in Super Smash Bros, make arcade collections of those games, make like great packs for those games, because those are the games that they still reiterate Zelda games to this day. And that's why Nintendo is incredible, because when you go all the way back to Link's Past and then A Link to the Past, and then you go all the way back to like Majora's Mask, you go all the way back, just all those games were just valued so much on their core essence, and I love it, man. Nintendo, great job. Please keep giving us old boomers classics and packs and collections and great artwork. You don't have to make a new game. Make all these and then just revamp artwork. Give us some updates online. Maybe add a new feature every once in a while. These games will stay alive for a long time. They're still having tournaments for a lot of these fighting games to this day, and they're old fighting games. Trust me. I think they were just kind of scared to go this direction, and they went for it this route, and it's gonna pay off mass dividends, man. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about Nintendo Direct. I appreciate y'all. Peace.